to the Cavalry, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't worry, no guest.
Yeah, we apologize about last week, too.
We don't know what happened.
So sorry.
Somehow, I don't know who schedules these things, but somehow Josh snuck under the no guest policy, but won't happen again.
I blame, what's my assistant guy's name?
Paula or Jason?
No, it was like
Kevin?
Billy, Bobby.
Been too long since we used that joke.
I know. I forgot his name.
Someone look that up. Paula?
Kyle, I'm putting Kyle in charge of it.
It was a race between the K's. Well, folks, this is great. How you doing, Johnny? You doing good? Everything good?
I'm great. Everything's fine here.
My house is a
the
disaster.
house of illness.
Disaster. My wife now has caught COVID, so she was like 3 months behind me, but she ended up catching it. We went to Southern Oregon and the Oregon coast last week. I had some gigs in Southern Oregon, and of course, it's like if you want to catch COVID, that's people like go there to catch. Like if they haven't caught it yet and they're just curious, it's like go to Southern Oregon. That's their tourism pitch. But so like we were just talking about this off air, but it's just now that because I know people die of COVID, that's bad. But now that there's vaccines and this sort of people have had it maybe once before, so there's this sort of natural immunity, so it's not like going to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
COVID is so much worse for the person who doesn't get it in the house. Or like if you both get it, like let's say you're both going to have it in the house. Like I know you had this experience recently. Wouldn't you rather be the sick knowing how the sickness makes you feel, you would still rather be the sick person than the person who has to do everything because you're not the sick one.
Right.
That's
I'd rather just live in the basement and watch movies than feed the children
with an itchy throat.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I have a fever. Well, take some Tylenol, eat some ice cream. Like, oh, what a nightmare. Meanwhile, the other person's like running every errand, has to do all the kid stuff. It's so much worse. It's like an illness. Like if there was something came out of China next year, and like this is the Shanghai virus, right? And then everybody was getting and the symptom was you just had to do all the chores. People would lock down. They would mask up. They would take every shot the government told. There'd be 100% unanimity on adhering to prevention, and there would be no outbreak. Those symptoms are too nightmarish.
Yeah, that virus would just starve in day one.
Yeah. It's like, the virus would be like, damn, I went a little hard on my symptoms. I shouldn't have. I went a little too aggressive, a little too hot.
I got too greedy.
So, but my wife has to do all this shit when I'm out of town. So it's like, essentially, it's like tasting my own medicine because when I leave her alone, she has to do all this stuff. So it's literally, I've done it for a day and a half, and I'm like about to die, and she like goes 2 weeks sometimes.
Yeah.
So you can't even complain. That's the worst part. You're the only person I can complain to, and our multitude of listeners.
Yes.
But you can't complain to her because she's like, "What the? You know what I mean?" It's only
you're
been
getting
a day.
A taste of my regular life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear ya.
But I give her the credit. I go, "Hey, this is hard."
Yeah. Aaron will go like to a festival for 2 days. And I'll be like, oh, my God, you can't be doing that. After I go on, a 2.5-week cruise.
But it's like, too, like, it's making every meal. Like, once you're making your third meal of the day, you're like, this is ridiculous. Because when you're a comic for a long time, I don't remember.
This is ridiculous.
3 meals. We're going to make all 3 meals here.
Every day.
In this kitchen. Every day. Because there was like a point in my life living in L.A. or even before that where you're just a single adult.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't think I ever made lunch. Every lunch was go out for lunch. Everything was like Chipotle, Wendy's, Subway. Cheap, but like going out. Even if it was the grocery store and getting like a little sandwich from the deli or something. Everything was I was like, never did I make 3 meals in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
What you're describing now is what I say when people say, "What would you do if you won the lottery, Johnny?"
leave
I
your
go to
family.
Wendy's every day. I go to McDonald's.
Oh,
You
just do
know?
that.
Yeah.
But you could afford to do that. It's not that you can't. You don't need to win the lottery to do that. I'll tell you what you need to do.
What? What do I need
You need
to
to
do?
abandon your family. That's the only way that dream is happening.
Yeah. They're the only ones standing in my way.
Of killing yourself early
Right. Right.
with Wendy's. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, because you could afford. Because I swear sometimes it's cheaper. It would be
To
cheaper
eat out.
to eat out. Yeah. In
I
these
think
days,
that too. And I'll make like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I'll have grapes, and I'll be like, this pack of grapes cost me as much as a, you
Yeah.
know, half a value meal. Granted, it lasts, multiple days.
no, but like if you, especially like if you shop at the fancy grocery store, and then a lot of time we get the groceries delivered. We've like kept that habit. It's like a bad
Yeah.
habit we've kept from COVID. You get them delivered from the fancy grocery store. I'm telling you, you absolutely cheaper to go to like Wendy's than do that. Even if you break it down per.
Can I tell you? So while I was waiting for us to record, I was upstairs. Instead of watching The Old Man, which I told you I was gonna do, I watched. Have you heard of the movie Black Phone? The Black Phone. It's like a
No.
horror movie.
Mm-mm.
I think it's based on a book written by like Stephen King's son or something, but it's like one of those Blumhouse horror movies on Peacock. I mean, it's like it just came out in the theaters, but it's like on Peacock,
Uh-huh.
and it's just about like child abduction shit, and it's just whatever. It's just creepy. And I was like I almost was recording upstairs because I did not want because Aaron and Edie are at Hamilton. It's in Madison, so they're at the play
Oh,
Hamilton.
nice.
So it's just me. Duncan's asleep. Phoebe's asleep. The house is all dark, and I was like, I don't want to go in the fucking basement right now because it was like super creepy. So I was like ready to do it from the office, and then I was like, my mic. I can't do it without the mic. So
you
I
do
I
have
brought the dogs down. I turned on all the lights
the
before I came
dogs.
down.
There you go. They'll save
Yeah.
you.
go.
Batman will.
From the grabber.
You do have a horror movie victim house because you're out in a cul-de-sac. It's I thought you were gonna do your thank you.
I should have.
But you do. It's like it's very nice. It's large, but it's got a huge empty backyard. So there's lots of
Yeah.
room for noises and people to hide and things to hide and
I mean, I could abduct children and
yeah.
no one would hear them screaming because the neighbors, but
Yeah, you're
I'd soundproof the windows.
Yeah. But yeah, you definitely have. I would be. It's funny because I don't have those like this Portland, the city where I live, where there's people all around. There's it's almost certainly more dangerous. In fact, I'm sure statistically we could prove this very easily. It's like way more dangerous. But I have none of those like dark fears because there's just people all around all the time, and you're like, oh, there's some more sirens or there's a gunshot or something. It like doesn't even occur to you to be scared of it. It's just sort of like noise happening. But when you're in the quiet, when your imagination can run wild, that's when you get scared.
You slept here, right?
Yeah, scary.
You were in the basement?
Yeah, I was in the basement.
Oh,
Spooky.
that is spooky. Oh my gosh.
No, it
Did
wasn't.
I ever tell you? Have you ever had someone like scare the shit out of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we talked about it? What happened?
Well, I mean, nothing like I can't think of like Heidi does it to me sometimes, but just the jump scare thing, just like the when it's really quiet or some weird place or
Mm-hmm.
and then just like at a stressful time or something, and then they still think it would be hilarious. It happens. I'm pretty easy to startle at least, and then I let out a very like hilariously, probably not as bad. I don't like destroy like a desk like you might, but I
Wait,
do
that was out of
scream.
anger. That wasn't out of fear.
Yeah, but I could see those being related. Like I could see you losing your goddamn mind if someone really startled you. And doing,
Ah, well, that's what because Aaron, we lived in a duplex that when we first were together, and in the basement, like the basement was like all unfinished and just creepy. It's just like
yeah,
it was a
like this one,
dungeon.
the one I'm
It was a
in.
dungeon. Yeah, maybe. I've
Yeah.
only seen the pretty background, but I was down there, and she had there was a like it is an old house, so there was like a cabinet upstairs with a laundry chute. So it's just like a hole going straight down to the basement. And I was down in the basement doing something. I don't know if I was doing laundry or what. And Aaron thought it'd be funny to open up the thing and just, just go, Johnny, or just some fucking asshole bullshit.
Wait, that's
And no, but I'm down there. I'm down there. And I mean, it sounded, I knew I was alone down there, but the voice, I didn't realize there was a hole in the ceiling that just led, it was like a tube next to my
okay.
ear. So it just sounded like someone was right fucking next to me talking. And I fucking just go, what? And I fucking just like froze and hauled ass. And she was pissing in her pants, and she
Oh
still
my
talks
god.
about it.
Well, yeah, because it's what I thought you were gonna say. She just like waited for you to have your back turned, have your ear right next to the laundry chute, and you just like screamed and startled you, and then you immediately realized like, God damn it, Aaron, I'm trying to
Right.
do something here.
No.
But she did the ghost. Ooh, Johnny, and you thought that was an actual spirit that
I
was
don't know what I thought it was.
communicating to you. That is very funny.
My fucking body went cold. Oh my god, she was, because I don't think she was expecting what happened to happen.
No, I'm sure she thought you would laugh,
Yeah.
like most people.
Oof.
I'm sure she thought you'd immediately go, "Oh, that sounds like a ghost. That sounds like a ghost from a cartoon. Oh, that must be someone playing a joke."
Instead, I shit my pants and uncontrollably just moaned.
It's like Abbott.
What?
It's like Abbott and Costello. You ran, and your shadow was still.
Right.
But what this Black Phone movie?
Yeah.
What is it? What's the concept? I'm not a horror.
There's
movie
12
guy.
minutes left when I got the link, so I don't know how it ends. But it's kids in the neighborhood keep getting taken, and this girl has dreams, and there's a disconnected phone in the basement that the kid like it rings and he answers it, and it's like previous kids that were murdered there talking to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
It better all come together in the next 12 minutes, because if it's just
But
some
you need.
stupid ending that doesn't wrap up
Yeah.
all the weird.
That's every horror movie though. I feel like there's no like every horror movie. It's like some dumb. Like the ending isn't the point. The ending's just like the end of a roller coaster. You're like, oh, okay, we're back. The whole point is like the loop de loops and the scares and making you afraid
the
to go in your
scares,
basement.
yes, but like I don't mean that scares. I mean like the whole, just the things that don't make sense, and you're like, well, why? When you finish a movie and you're like, there was no reason why, this happened to that. Like you could make a scary movie and have it not be confusing or have twists, right?
Well, like there's a movie. Again, they just play it on the ship. So I've seen the original and the sequel from the ships. And I'm not a horror movie guy, so I never see horror movies. But it's the it's I don't know if it's called Escape Room, but it's basically about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that? Yeah.
I seen the first one and I saw.
So
the
they made a sequel. It's so dumb. They make a sequel to it. And basically it's like instead of an regular escape room, it's an escape room where you die if you don't get in like crazy ways, like burned to death or shot or whatever. They
Freeze
very
or
creative
drown.
or whatever. But they never really explain why or who, because
Even
like
at the end of the second one.
I don't know. It's just that's all like, oh yeah, we got to get them. And it's like who get who,
Yeah.
But the it doesn't matter because you're just watching it, going, okay, I wonder how they're gonna get out of this room. Okay, this is the,
Right, and you're saying, oh, that's fine. That's just how those dumb movies
yeah,
are.
it's just those
What
dumb
about,
movies.
like,
It don't.
Did you see the Saw movies? Or the
I
first
never
Saw, I
saw.
should say.
I've never seen the Saw movies,
Oh my gosh.
but it's the
first
same idea,
one.
right?
I don't know. No, it's I guess. Yeah, people get, they have to repent for their sins. This one murder is like making people pay for how they're bad in their life. But like the ending of the first Saw was like it all you're like, "Oh," like you're just kind of blown. It's like Sixth Sense. It's like, imagine at the Sixth Sense, he wasn't dead. It was just, "Ooh, wasn't that weird all that shit that happened?" But there's no, what if he wasn't dead? You know what I mean? Like that's what
You're saying
that's what,
Saw. You're saying Saw isn't that though.
No,
Saw,
I'm saying Saw is like that. Like there's an ending where it's like, "Oh shit."
yeah, but
I mean, it's not as
in the good
not
way.
as in the good way.
Yeah. But you're the
But
movie.
I'm saying the
that's
one
like,
I'm watching now, the Black Phone.
You're
it better have
worried.
something like that.
Yeah. Well, but you could be happy with it. You might if it comes.
Might
together.
be. Well,
Yeah.
probably not. I haven't enjoyed it so far, and there's only 12 minutes left. That's why there's a lot of pressure on those 12 minutes.
You just gotta watch the Old Man.
I know I should have.
We haven't been doing our Old Man recaps because I think both of us fell off. But I'm caught up. I wish I could. I'm worried to even tell you where I'm at because then it's like a spoiler or something. So I feel like we should.
Did we? Are you further than you were last time we compared where we were?
You're confusing me for someone who ever remembers anything that we talk about on here.
I think you were on the ship or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same spot.
Oh, then either I'm one episode ahead, or maybe you were. Who cares? This is so.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody's enjoying listening to this.
Everyone's thinking the same thing. Like, go ahead and spoiler, you dumb fucks. We're never gonna watch The Old Man.
You dumb fucks.
I don't even
That's
have
how our
Hulu.
listeners refer to us. Oh my god, those dumb fucks.
All they do is talk about The Old Man.
We talk about a show.
Oh god.
All right, that reminds me though.
Oh,
Do you? All right, can you pull open your email? I swear to God, this
Okay.
will not take 20
Oh
minutes.
my lord.
But our listeners need to be updated on my scam queen.
I'm opening my email, but you don't seem. Oh, there it is.
Boom.
Boom. Proved me wrong. Okay, I got it.
All right, so do you want to read it?
Yeah. Who
Okay,
should
so
I be?
You can be. Let's mix it up. You be me. I'll be her. The lady
Okay.
from where's she from? Indonesia.
Well, so
So
she
we had
says.
some. So she says. So we had some radio silence after a few.
And it was to remind people you were the last one to text.
Yeah, I told her. Yeah, I wrote her something.
Just
Didn't
in case
respond.
in case anyone's wondering who's the desperate one in this relationship. Johnny was the one left on read.
Yeah, previously on.
Yeah,
Johnny likes to.
That's my bit.
So okay. So she all of a sudden writes. I told her the story of me if they wrote a book is something about the brown mess down both my legs, the Andrew story, because I told her my name was your name.
Right. Okay. So everyone's caught up.
All right. So
And
now,
then, just real quick. This is one of those wrong number scammers. A lot of you have probably had this experience. If you didn't listen last week, go back and listen to the 40-minute text.
No, I timed it. It was 14 minutes.
Oh, that's all. 14 minutes.
It was only a quarter of Josh's time on our show.
That's the only way we're gonna have guests is if they read shit we wrote.
How awful would that have been if we didn't have him read one of the parts?
No, because it was close. I think you called the audible right before we
I
started.
know.
We were like, here, you sit there, Joshy. Me and Johnny are going to have some fun. All right.
Okay.
I'm
So
fine.
I'll be her.
Oh, wait. You're her. Oh, so I'm green. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
I'm fine. I've been busy with work lately. Sorry. How have you been?
I've been busy with Sorry. I've been busy with funeral arrangements.
Did something happen?
No. How have you been?
I am very good, and recently also in the gym to exercise. Children learn some. The important thing is that I made some money in the last few days doing 2 Bitcoin transactions, and I'm going to take the kids on a week-long trip next week, and then the kids will start school when I get back.
I miss when my kids were young. I asked a friend of mine about Bitcoin, and he said he had some too. I guess that's the way of the future. Oh well. Good news. I haven't had diarrhea in almost 4 days.
Yes, no diarrhea is good news for you. Great. I think, I think you can also learn and understand this new field.
Have you ever invested in silver? A few years ago, I bought a lot of silver and the value has gone up pretty steadily. What are you going to do for your trip?
I'm going to take the kids on a trip to Miami. Gold and silver are good investment choices, but this is long-term investment.
I like Miami. Go Dolphins! Football emoji. Dang it. So much for my 4-day streak.
Great. I just had dinner. What's your dinner plan? So is your investment in silver physical or stock?
Physical. I have a ton of it under my bed. Where do you keep your Bitcoin?
Bitcoin is a digital currency that can be used for purchases and payments at any venue of cryptocurrency exchange. You mean your physical silver city under your bed? There was a meal.
I don't think I understand what you mean. I have diarrhea again, and I'm so confused because I haven't had starchy food since my wife passed.
Your wife of 28 years has died? I mean, you buy physical silver and put it under your bed?
Yes.
Sounds great, but what is your wife's situation if it's convenient for you to say?
She passed away. Too much starch. Too much starchy food, I guess. LOL. No, but seriously, she passes away in her sleep very peacefully. So how do you buy Bitcoin? Is there a website or do you have to go somewhere?
Bitcoins can be purchased anywhere, not on small websites. I like it how I was writing like her. She passes away.
It's like as her English gets better, yours gets worse.
Not on small websites. All cryptocurrencies must be purchased on the cryptocurrency exchange, just like stocks have exchanges dedicated to buying stocks. If you want to learn, I can teach you. You can search for Coinbase in the mobile app store or install it and authenticate your identity.
I'm not interested in that right now. I'd like to see where my giant sack of silver gets me. Do you get annoyed when people ring your doorbell to try to sell you stuff?
Haha, of course. Bitcoin is not a sales pitch. I just like to share some of my life, hobbies, work with my friends. If you're willing to learn the situation, of course, you have to call me master. I can show you the results of my previous transactions.
Wow, that one came out of nowhere. All right. Ha 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 ha. Laughy crying face. Yes, master. ROFL rolling on the floor laughing. I appreciate that. If you would like to know more about purchasing silver, I can tell you the name of the pawn down the road from my place where I usually get mine. But you have to call me master. Ha 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 ha. LOL.
Very good. Very good reading.
Thank you.
Haha. How much has your silver appreciated, and did you buy a lot of it? I buy gold in stocks.
I buy a few every Sunday after I read the paper. I never thought about gold. I should buy some of that too.
Great. How long have you been buying? So how much silver do you have in storage now?
Probably 25 years.
Gold is always appreciated in value.
Make any sense. I have a trunk full under my bed.
The value is higher in silver. All are also by choice of many people to invest. Coupled with the serious inflation now, everyone's money does not dare to deposit in the bank. Many people, in order to preserve their assets, to choose products that can resist inflation for investment. Gold, real estate, and Bitcoin are all good choices, and they are all the best ways to counteract inflation.
What's inflation?
And then we had some radio silence.
Wow. I see. It's funny because you're doing a very good job of not showing that you're fucking with. You know what I mean? Like you're playing it just
dumb enough. Yeah.
Just dumb enough where you could almost believe. But the one thing in that whole thing that was so funny to me is like you say your wife she clocks it immediately. She's like, your wife of 28 years has passed away. But then she just immediately follows that with, you keep silver under your bed? Just moved on.
Oh, no. Funeral arrangements. Did something happen? No.
No. Well, I'm curious to see if they
thank
ever
you
respond.
for humoring me.
It makes me laugh. I mean, now it's like it's gone on long enough. You just have to keep it going as long as you possibly can. Anything, because I would even like get more. But see, this is where it's scary. Where like, what if you do get tricked into giving some information?
Oh, my guard is up. My guard is up.
Just only my information.
Yeah.
Andrew James Slater.
SLEIGH. Yeah.
Oh boy. Well.
Oh boy.
Buddy, should we get into it?
Should we?
Should we? Any other? Wait, do you have any other?
I'm trying to think. Were we missing any segments? Do we have any more segments?
Discussion points. Old man. We did old man recap. We did the text exchange. Am I forgetting about new segments? I can't remember.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. I think it's time to get into it.
All right.
Go first.
You want to go first?
I can go first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm ready. Here's what I need backup on. Okay, this is actually right up your alley. I was trying to decide between two. Because this is an Instagram marketing trend I've noticed. So this is like got Johnny written all over it. But there's a new thing of like, at least I'm seeing a lot of ads where they'll say, instead of saying you want this shirt or you want these pants, it'll be like a girl and saying, I love it when my boyfriend wears these shirts. Or it'll be like it'll be like a girl saying, I love it when I would wish my boyfriend would buy me this or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Which is genius. It's very, I need backup on it. It's like super smart in the sense that I don't want that shirt, but if like my wife or someone who was going to buy me a shirt like saw that ad, they go, oh, that's what, you know what I mean? It's smart because I don't want these stupid shirts, you know?
Yeah.
What do I need a t-shirt for? But this person's like, hey, your wife wants you to buy that shirt. It's like more effective. And it's like
wait, are you saying it's effective, like it's making you buy the shirt because you're like, oh, my wife would want me to have it? Or you're saying your wife would see the ad and she'd be like, oh, Andrew wants this?
Yeah, it's cutting out the person who actually should decide whether or not they want the shirt, me. Right. And then everyone's doing calculus on like, would Andrew want this shirt? And I go, would Heidi want Andrew to want this shirt?
Yeah.
You know? And then it's like no one actually wants the shirt, but then I might buy it because this lady says my wife would like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like very targeted by this ad too because they just know too much. Is it for
the shirts?
Yeah.
Is it for the ones that are like,
fresh,
I have a gut.
Let's just, yes. And they're like, my man looks like a model as long with this shirt, which shows off his arms and hides his big fat tummy. His big gross belly doesn't look so big and gross in these fresh, clean tees.
Fresh, clean tees. Yeah. Yeah, when you're telling that, the only one I could think of is those shirts where it's like, oh, it actually fits your
Yeah.
man. Or, hey, guys, I love it when a man shaves his ball
Yeah,
sack.
that the smell. It's like there's the one. Maybe I'm just doing your topic. I don't know, but there's the one too I've seen where it's like, there's a woman. She's smelling like deodorant. Like, it's like, oh, if a man smelled like this, I'd suck his dick immediately. And then you're like, you
I
would,
gotta get that soap.
you would really? Seems odd.
I
Seems
gotta get that
rash.
soap. Where do you live?
Yeah, it's only for this one Instagram salesman. But yeah. So I don't know. It's just like it's cheating, is what I'm saying.
It's cheating, but you're saying it's effective. It works.
Yeah, it kind of does work. It kind of in my head, I'm like, maybe I should get some. Maybe I should hide my belly.
But you didn't buy the
Fresh
shirts.
clean. No, no. Oh, and then the other one I've seen is for shorts. So like, this is like a gross, just a complete flop of a topic. But I'm just gonna keep plowing ahead.
Yeah.
So then there's these shorts, and it's the same move where it's like, this girl will be like, I never noticed my man's ass until he wore these shorts. I used to forget about his butt that he would.
You gotta forward me these ads.
Anyway.
Every time we talk about ads and then I see them, I just bombard you with text.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. For some reason, I don't send you Instagram ads when I see them. It's not my first instinct. Weird. But anyway, so then she'll say, yeah, I got, my boyfriend has a butt. Look how good they look in these shorts. And it got me, they were like workout shorts, and I actually did need new workout shorts. I was like, all right. And I clicked on the thing. It was like 4 pairs for like $24. Like, that's insane. That's a great deal. So I go, it's a company called Fabletics. Okay. So I click on it, and I get all about to check out. I'm like picking out the shorts. I'm like, I got like 3 different colors or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I get down to the thing, and I'm like, become a VIP member to redeem the deal. You had to pay a monthly subscription to buy shorts from this company. It's insane. Yeah. Enough with the monthly. No more. I'm not subscribing to shit ever again. That's it. Whoever's getting my monthly now, you got it. That's fine. But anyone wants it now, it's over for you. These computer programs that want it monthly, fuck off. No. I'll pirate it. I'll learn internet stuff just to not do that.
I am still paying a monthly fee for some app to tune my guitar because I got a 3-month trial. So every month it's like $2.99.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh fuck, I gotta cancel that. And then
why can't we just buy just buy it? I just want to buy it. I just want to buy shorts. Let me just buy shorts.
So you canceled your order?
Yeah, I didn't buy them. But imagine if you went to like, it's like going to like JCPenney and then charging you a cover charge,
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Who do they think they are?
They're trying. Well, in the case of this guitar tuning app, they are succeeding because they've probably gotten $79 for a $3 app.
Well, of course it works. I mean, it works because
they're preying.
They
on
wouldn't do it if
laziness.
it didn't work. It's just annoying. It's just very annoying. It's just like I don't know. It's just very annoying to me. It gets back to my other argument, like about inflation. It's like, just charge what shit charges, or just charge me what it costs. You don't have to like dress it up. You're not a casino. You don't have to make me think I'm winning or getting a deal. Just like, how much is the steak? Put the number on the menu. How much are the shorts? Put the number on the thing. I can handle it.
I did buy. Your story. I thought it was the same shorts I bought. It was some dumb ad. It seemed totally legit. I was like, oh, these look like good shorts. I'll run in or whatever, like the athletic shorts. So I bought them. It was not a subscription thing. You pick your colors. There's a bunch. They showed up because they show like people wearing them. It's like, oh, that looks good. I want to look like those. Look cool. They show up and they're like They're like the shorts Magnum PI used to wear. Like, you know those shorts that are like so short your nuts hang out one of the leg holes?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
they're ridiculously small. And I
No,
got,
dude,
they're my
that's the
size. And they're
that's
like,
the
but they're from like Korea, or,
yeah.
they come with all these, instructions in Japanese or whatever. And like,
There's instructions.
or not, I don't know what it is. I don't know instructions, but you know what I mean? Like the customs form and all that shit that comes in the packaging.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, I
what
don't.
the
You're
hell?
buying
It took
shorts
like
with
a month.
instructions and a customs form. See what I'm talking about? See what they've done to us?
But the ad looks so legit. It
I
looks like
know.
you're buying just Under Armour shorts.
I know.
But all of a sudden, it's just some cheap knockoff. Oh, so frustrating.
But you got a customs form, so you know it's legit. You got the instructions.
So I know how to wear 'em.
But that's the style. That's what they think people want are those super short shorts. It's so funny to me that those are back in style. Again, I don't know if we've talked about this, but like I notice it like I noticed it on this last cruise. Like anybody under like 20 dudes like just in their 20s or younger, anytime they're wearing shorts now, they're like way up. And when you watch like basketball highlights and stuff,
Yeah.
or like kids coming up, like young college kids or high school age,
Yeah.
the shorts are just like super. It's like they're back to like John Stockton in the
Oh
I don't know what
my God.
happened. It's like all Magic Johnson in the '80s shit. It's just like everything
So,
comes around. It's hilarious.
so when you were on the cruise, you saw a bunch of that on the cruise.
Yeah, just like kids.
So how many like dickheads and bottoms of ball bags did you see? Did you count?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't counting.
Oh, sure.
No, but like yeah, and then like I think I called out one dude at a show, and but like I'm the old guy, I'm the wrong one. He's the fashionable one, like
Yeah.
that's what apparently that's the thing. So
Ugh.
I don't know. So you should wear them. That's what I'm saying. What are you gonna do? Send them back? Can't send them back.
Well, I mean, my wife pissed her pants when she saw me put them on. She's laughing. I mean, they do not fit. You can see the curve of my wiener head. Like they're not. They are not what. Like they're not that style. They're not what you're talking about. It's not like.
But
people are
you're
buying
also
these-
pretty tall. Like you're tall. Some and these
Yeah,
made
but
in
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Asia.
This is like the pictures on the ad are not these shorts.
Okay.
There's no.
Did you get the
way.
child size like I did with the swimsuit?
You know what? I should check that. I don't know.
Because that was a low point for me until I realized I'd bought a child's size swimsuit. I just remember walking out. I probably told.
about that.
I think I told this story too. I was in Palm Springs. I remember I needed a swimsuit, and I walked out, and it was an extra. I think it was a large or an extra large, and I like literally could barely get it up to my hips. And I was like, I mean, honestly, I was gonna tell Heidi like, what? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you tell me I've gotten this big? Like what? I need triple XL swim shorts now. Is that what's going on? And then finally, I saw it's a youth size. Oh, thank Jesus!
Oh my
And then
God.
I had to go. And then I had to go to the store and return a children's size swimsuit. It was like, oh, did your son not like this? Oh, I don't have kids.
I don't have kids. Sir, we can't take this. There's a big sweat stain right in the middle of the front.
You've ripped these in half, trying to fit them on. But but yeah, it's like I did that but I did do that with a swimsuit on Instagram. I bought one off Instagram, same thing, and it came from like Australia. It took like 6 weeks. It was the wrong size. I had to send it back. Another 6 weeks. It's like such a waste. Like it's so dumb. There's two things I need like a flashing reminder on my phone. It's like don't buy stuff off Instagram, and do not ever order off a delivery app. Like for food. If I
Right.
could have, I need that to like the new iPhone update to just have locks on that because
Well, it's just funny that you say that, and earlier you mentioned that you guys still have your groceries delivered.
I'm against that. The one I will do is Safeway, which is very cheap. but the grub the whatever they call it, Fresh Direct, or the third party site that Heidi will use for the fancy grocery store, that one rips you off. So
What Erin's done, and I guess she said there's no cost, is you can have them like they'll bag it all up. You put in your order, and then you
yeah,
go pick it up, and there's no charge for that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
no, that's good.
God, that would be a shit job. I would hate to have. I would blow my head off if I.
That's funny. That's one of the jobs I looked at.
Oh,
The Amazon. I wanted to be a because Amazon owns Whole Foods. So
yeah.
when everything went to shit in March 2020, and I was looking for jobs, that was the one I actually like. I actually showed up to the orientation for that, where
To
you're like
go
a
shopping
shopper.
for someone else, just get it
Yeah,
all ready.
and you just
Oh,
bag it all up and you find where everything. I was like, that's not so bad, you know. And then I don't
that's
know if I was
a
doing the
nightmare.
deliveries or just bagging them up and leaving them at the thing. I can't remember, but that's as far as I got. I got through the orientation, then my sweet, sweet landscaping career started.
Yeah,
I
baby.
said, "See you later, Jeff Bezos. I'm
Nice.
gonna go work for this guy, Toothless Joe."
Toothless Joe. All right,
Okay, let's
should I
back
do
you up.
mine?
Let's go, baby.
All right, this may be relevant. I think I was just thinking this the other day. I think that like having taste, just in general, is very overrated. I think here's what I wrote because I had the thought. I think having taste in general is overrated. I think it just makes life harder. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
who decides
of
if you have taste?
course.
Who is benefiting from this? It just seems like we're making life a popularity contest. You know what I mean? Like we're all trying to be the cool kids. There's this pressure to have like I don't I know what I like and it's wide wall baggy corduroy pants cuz they're very comfortable, but unfortunately that's like the style of old men
Yeah.
feeding ducks and
But I get back to this, like, with those pants. If you really, like, there's some people who just, if you believe in it hard enough and just power through, I feel like it could be its own style or whatever.
yeah, but those people are not married. You know what I mean? they don't they don't like like Zach
Yeah.
Galifianakis is like, oh, he's this
Or
slob,
they
and
make so much money. It's like Adam Sandler can just wear those, like,
right,
giant
yeah,
basketball shorts and hoodies every day. It's like, yeah, but it's like no one can say shit to him. It's like every movie he makes like $1 billion.
yeah, exactly. But like, I gotta bring bring this poor woman down with me
Yeah.
as I look like a schlub.
Yeah. Well,
So I gotta be on top of the trends. Oh, now tapered pants are in or whatever. I don't know.
yeah. So I thought you were going more like, because I immediately thought of like with like wine or food
Well,
or
that too.
like,
I mean, I did. I
yeah.
wrote that too. Like, let's say, okay, I want to surprise. This is hypothetical. This is not an instance that happened. This is just in my head, and this is me projecting what I assume would happen. Let's say I was like, you know what? I'm going to take Aaron out for a nice meal.
Hmm.
Oh, that's so nice. And then we show up at Chili's because Chili's has some good food. I don't think it's unfair to say that people would look at that scenario and say, "Oh, you have no taste. You took your wife to
Right.
Chili's." Why? That's not fair. They have great entrees.
But
Why do I have no taste?
okay, so now this is where I'm going to test you because I am going to back you up. But I want to see if you can be consistent because I do this to myself a lot because like with music, I have no taste, you know, but I feel like I know what I
I feel like
like.
that's different. You don't. You have no like. You
Well,
have no knowledge. Like it's not like you have no taste.
no, but I
Ta-
think I also just like say I think about this sometimes because of comedy. So I'll just say that and then I'll
Okay.
get back to that.
Okay.
But like because I know what I like with music. I know if I hear it on the radio and it's like, "Oh, that's a cool song." If I hear it and I was like, "I would like to hear that again." That's a very fun, cool song. But I have no
Yeah.
idea if it's like technically good. I have no clue if like music
That's what I'm
critics
talking about.
like I heard the Beyonce album, right? I
Okay.
didn't know. I immediately was thinking like, oh yeah, this is pretty good, or like, oh, this one I could take or leave it, or like, oh, that sounds like a song I heard before, whatever. But then it's like, uh, I was thinking the whole time, I was like, I wonder if this is good or not. Like, I wonder if everyone's saying that this is good or not. You know, it was
Yeah.
like actually because I don't know. I just don't. You know. So then, but what I would say to you is, could you apply that same discipline to other people who do that with comedy, where they look at stand up, right? And they're
Okay.
like, I just like when they, find a fat guy in the crowd and make fun of him, the whole time. And I like when they do, I don't care if the joke, he didn't write the joke. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff is like, I just want it to be simple. I don't want to have to like worry about it. I don't care if it's like been done before or it's hacky or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And then we as like comedians sometimes are like I wish these crowd members were a little more discerning or like had a little
Had
higher
better
comedy
taste
IQ, had better taste,
in
be
comedy.
better for us. So what do you say to that?
I yeah, I okay. I say yes, we do feel that way and I have felt that way, but I also in the same universe, I think it would be lovely to be that dumb person because it's so, easy
Right.
to
But think about yes. But think about how hard you laugh when something is really fun, like when it's really funny. And like when you see a stand up or something and it's just like insanely funny, right?
uh-huh.
And then know that I just don't think other people who have a sense of humor, the same kind of sense of humor, will ever really laugh the same way. And I assume it's the same for like when you eat at Chili's and you have the fajitas or whatever.
Like I'm missing out and I don't even know how I'm
You
missing
don't
out.
even know, like, there's a restaurant out there, and I'm not even saying that you would enjoy it if you went. But
Mhm.
the palate, like, if these other people with extreme food tastes, like good, like restaurant critics or whatever, they're having an experience eating that you and I will just never even understand, like a height of joy that we won't even ever get to.
Yes, that's
But they're also
sure.
miserable so much more often because they have to eat at somebody's family's Thanksgiving and they have to eat at some
Yes.
shitty potluck and they have to eat somebody's food and then at the office ordered out Papa John's. Like they can't enjoy Papa John's because they know what real pizza from Italy tastes like. You know what I mean? So they are
Yes.
miserable a lot of the time too. And it's the same thing for comics. I've seen so much comedy, it's hard to find some that you enjoy because you've seen all the moves and stuff, and so it's kind of ruins a lot of comedy for me.
Yes. I think what you're saying is supporting my stance because these
I think
people
so, yeah.
they are miserable just like all these people that are with their discerning taste of food and style and fashion have to look around and just be like, "Oh my god. Look at
Yeah.
this tall, long-haired idiot with his wide-walled corduroys. Has he know?" And meanwhile, I'm just like, "Hey, I'm comfy. My ankles don't feel weird because I'm not in these tapered, fashion-forward fuck stick pants."
Fuck stick pants. That sounds like an Instagram ad that would work on me. Um,
Hey guys, I love it when you wear
I love when
fuck
my
stick
man
pants.
wears fuck stick pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think the clearest example of this is with wine. Like, it's so easy because, like, I used to just not drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
Then, like, I would drink, like, whatever. Didn't matter. It's like, oh, I'm going to have, pasta. Boy, I'd like to have wine with that. Now I'm like and then it was like an $8 bottle. Then it was like a $10 bottle. Then it's like a $14 bottle. Now it's like we're more in the like $18 to $22
Oof.
bottle range. But you literally can tell. So it's weird. Like once you go up
Yep.
and you
You
try
wouldn't
to
be able
go
to
back
tell if you never
down,
went up. You
it
can't go down.
bothers me. It now bothers me to drink shitty wine. And I notice it, and it's like it sucks because if it's like it's not even worth, like I don't even want it. If it's,
Yeah.
it sounds snooty or whatever, but it's like you can't go the other way. So it is that's like the clearest example of this. And I
Yeah.
guess it's the same thing with fashion or music or comedy or anything. But you know, there's like people out there that just like have an amazing taste to everything. That's crazy to me. So I feel like I have good taste in comedy. I feel like I have decent taste in food. But I can be more of an everyman with food. But I feel like I also can appreciate like some high end food. I
But that's, I mean, I feel like taste
but
is
like
such a
some
opinion thing.
yeah, but I that's where the comedy thing I disagree with you because it's like I think Adam Carolla said this or somebody or maybe it was Norm Macdonald, might be stealing this, but they were like it is true that it's an opinion thing in the sense that like there could be someone out there who says Friends is their favorite is the funniest comedy they've ever seen, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's the funniest show ever. And then there could be someone who says The Simpsons is the funniest show ever, and that's their favorite comedy they've ever seen. But if you put The Simpsons
Uh-huh.
and Friends into like a comedy evaluator machine, The Simpsons would come out as a better comedy than Friends. Like there's just no argument. You cannot argue it. It can be your opinion, but
Right.
also there is a universal consensus that The Simpsons is a funnier show comedically. You might like the characters on Friends or whatever more, but just the jokes or whatever, it's a
Yeah.
funnier show than Friends. Like there's no way you could just the math is on that
Okay,
argument.
that's fine. And okay, so even if that's fine, but like you said about the whole laughing, people that like dumb, simple, overdone shit, have they do they laugh as hard? Do they enjoy it? I
Yeah,
think
you might
they
have me there.
do for sure.
Yeah,
Because if you put farts, I mean, it's just like that Henry Phillips movie, Punching the Clown, where the
yeah,
comic is just, farts. And I mean, I'm watching that and I get what he's saying and I'm laughing at what I'm not supposed to be laughing at. But I'm seeing these people and I'm like, I know how good they think that is. And
yeah,
and how happy it's making them. And it's like, sometimes it's like, oh, I would prefer that. Because then you could
yeah,
go to a gas station and get a CD of fart sounds and just piss your pants all the way to wherever you're driving, you know?
yeah. Uh, that's where I'll concede that point. Is you might be right. There might be people who laugh at hacky stuff, then they laugh just as hard as I've ever laughed at anything. That might be true. And there might be people who eat at Chili's who have a more orgasmic experience than like Anthony Bourdain ever did at a Michelin
Yeah.
star restaurant. Like that might be true too. I don't know, but maybe you're right. Maybe okay, this is backing you up. All taste really is just a higher barrier for satisfaction. So
Yeah.
like you have to work that much harder to enjoy food or enjoy
Yeah.
music. Like you have to scour the world for like the best things. Whereas if you're like you know, you can just shovel a big pile of dirt in your mouth and wear a potato sack and and you're happy.
And be happy. All right.
Listen to some
Oh my
fart
God.
sounds in your off-brand iPods.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
My
no, but
sister, when I was in
it's
college,
fascinating. It's a fascinating argument, and I think about it all the time because of the comedy part. And I'm like, man, am I like with music what the people who I hate audience-wise are like with comedy, where they only listen to like the big. They don't do the work to like find a new band or new or a different take on a subject or song or voice. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm very lazy about searching out music the way I get frustrated people are with like comedy.
Yeah.
Because there's been this whole thing lately, like, I don't know, like Netflix just is putting on any comic over like 45 who's famous is having their big, they get their new special, and it's like the same kind of like merry-go-round of people,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just very annoying as a comedian. And they're all talking about how hard comedy. I don't know. This Whitney Cummings thing really drives me crazy because she's just saying how scary it is to be a comedian right now and how hard it is. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Literally in an arena full of adoring
Your
fans
fans that came to
during your
you.
Netflix special, you're talking about how scared you are to be a comedian. It's like, what are you talking about? Meanwhile, there's like thousands and thousands of great comics we know just toiling away,
Yep.
about to lose their house or whatever, or can't pay their car bill, or living in their car, or whatever. And, they're not scared to do comedy. They probably should be.
Right.
you know?
Yeah, it's funny. Like in comedy, the goal is to get to a point where other comics look at you and go, "Oh, fuck you! You don't know."
Right.
Like, yeah, I want to. I'm saying that until I get to that point, and then yes, you say it about me. That's
Yeah.
how it works.
No, I'd be
You have
totally
to accept
fine.
your role once you're Whitney Cummings or whatever.
I'd be totally fine if people like, if I ever got to a point and people were like, he sucks now, or he's not funny, or he's too the success ruined him, or who gives a shit. But I will not ever, I will promise you, I will never be the person who gets so successful and then talks about how hard it is to be a comedian, or how how I'm scared now because they might cancel me or something. It's like, shut up, just do the show. God, it's boring. Anyway, but I'm backing you up. No taste.
No taste.
But if you listen to this podcast, guess what you have?
Excellent taste.
Yes.
Oh,
Because you really had to seek it out.
that's right. We're not sellouts.
That's a, you got anything to tell people about?
Yeah, oh no, I did that already. I was gonna plug shows I just did. That's not how that works. Yeah, is it too early to plug New Year's Eve?
No, tell the people, because this is like a
New
long
club.
time coming.
Well, not new. Yeah, it's the club closed. I don't know if it's open yet. They announced it's going to be open, but I don't know if it's open or when it opens. But Dr. Grins in Grand Rapids is reopening, and your boy Johnny Beaner is doing New Year's Eve weekend, Thursday through Saturday, which is perfect because I was booked to do it for the last weekend before they closed forever, and then they decided to close right before my weekend.
Shout out.
So this is sweet.
It'll be really funny if they do that to you again. Shout out.
Oh, so funny. So funny.
Shout out to Dr. Grins, making things right. So that's how clubs should handle it. They take it away, but then you get the first crack. There are a lot of clubs where during the COVID thing, they were taking your week away or canceling your week, and then they would lose your number 2 years later. So good on them.
Good on them.
I got one show to plug. It is a ways away. It's September, but it's in Moscow, Idaho, on Saturday or Friday Saturday the 10th. I'm doing a show, a part of the Idaho Comedy Festival. Brian Regan's part of it. So I think if you buy a pass, you can go to all the shows. I don't know if that includes Brian Regan's or not, but you should just buy a pass and then show up and hope that they let you in.
Are you gonna party with Brian Regan?
I'm gonna try. I'm going early because I don't think we can save this for post show banner. But I was trying to strategize about how I could worm my way in to the Regan world, but
do it. Then we'll come at him with both angles.
Yeah,
get him on the podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Then we'd make another exception for guests. But anyway, so Moscow Comedy Fest. It's on my website. If you're in the area, or if you know people out there, send them my way. And that's it. So
All right.
stay tuned for post-show banter on the Patreon. Thank you for listening to
The Cavalry.